Okay, this is the title of my presentation today, and I think I will use bilingual for the audience here. Sustaining Intangible Heritage Ngalai Berasik Ritual Performance of Bajau Sama and in Sabah, in the Kuda Kepang Mabuk in Johor, because I've been asked by the Mr. Zahari Petronas to talk about the intangible performing art from Sabah and one from Johor. So actually the Bajau Sama, the ritual Ngalai Berasik is my current research, and the Kuda Kepang Mabuk is my earliest research as an performing art. Because my background is performing art, so I'm talking from the perspective of the performing art, looking at the ritual performances. So just now, Prof. Azizi talking about the architect, but I'm talking about the performing art. Yeah. So this is, I'm going to talk about the Ngalai Berasik ritual performance performed by the Bajau Sama community in Sabah and Kuda Kepang Mabuk in Johor. And actually, the ritual performance practice that performed for healing purposes based on the mystic religious belief, and then the ritual performance are ceremonies resulting from human action or desire to seek contact with the supernatural. So I'm talking about the physical and metaphysical work, and how does the art form emerge, yeah, from the belief in animism. So first, this is the research that I've done in Kota Marudu, Sabah, very specific location, because Ngalai Berasik is Berasik rituals is like, I can say that it's a dying art, so, because there is only one shaman left. The aged woman is the lead shaman, and she will lead the ritual. And I would say that the second shaman is the protege, because during the performance, the ritual performance, they will work together and they will communicate each other in a different language, because they will embody it by the spiritual characters, I would say. Okay, so I could say that it is a diagram. So before we go to the performance, I have to talk about the cosmology of the Bajau Sama, because these ritual performances derive from the belief in the cosmology. So this is the hierarchy of the cosmology. So based on the description in the diagrams, get the diagram there, and there are 4 levels. And the lowest level, they call it Earth or Bumi, where the Bajau people is living. And then the second level is called Sky or Langit, where the ghosts are living. Ghosts mean the spirit when people die and their soul is not going to the highest level, so it's like hanging, because tergantung, tak boleh atas, tak boleh bawah. So it's a ghost level. So and then the third level, where the meron, they call it meron, and the embo. Embo is the good spirit, and the meron is the evil spirit. Okay, and then the highest is Latala. Latala, you know, it is, because this belief is a mixture of, in animism, and then when Islam came, and then also the Islam belief fused into the belief. So it is a mixture. So Latala is something like Allah, but they don't call it Allah, they call it Latala. So it is their, I would say that this their dialect, but they still believe that that is the highest God. That is the highest God. Okay, and then we go to the Berasik ritual. Actually, the Berasik ritual performed to heal Tula. So it is derived from the ritual that relates to the procedure and the religious ritual practiced by the Bajau Sama community since the era of animism. So it is a set of patterns of form symbolic action, like certain form of worship, sacrifices and prohibitions, and ritual are results of human desire and the pursuit of connection with the supernatural, as humans themselves would naturally possess some religious emotions. And then the aim is to respect and to ask for the permission from the supernatural power to bless the actions, especially when it comes to healing various diseases. So they don't have, modern medicine during that time. So later we'll see the challenges that faced by the performer. And then what is the Tula? So the Tula, so the people of Bajau also believe in the concept of Tula, or condemnation, which is the belief that the catastrophe can occur among the people who violate the orders and commands of the kings or sultans and the supernatural. So Tula will happen when one commit evil deeds or those who have violated the rules of instance. So disobeying parents and showing any respect to other people, disturbing the areas of the supernatural, and disobeying the taboo of the custom, hurt other people, talk badly about something without any valid proof. So in this vein, automatically the concept of Tula forms the societal organization structure that always remembers and which does not commit anything bad. If one is plugged with Tula, he should see someone who is in good contact with the supernatural to heal his diseases, which is the shaman or the bomo, and they will perform Ngalai Berasik, the ritual. So elements in the Berasik ritual performance. So from the belief on Tula, there emerged the ritual performances of Berasik based on animism seeking to achieve healing. So in terms of the performance aspect, I'm looking from the performance aspect. So Berasik ritual consists of 6 elements, such as there's a bomo, the shaman or the performer, and there is also a patient, the offerings, the music, the dance, or they call it Ngalai. So I said Ngalai Berasik because when they are doing the performance, they have to do Ngalai, they have to dance. When I will say that when they are embodied by the spiritual characters, they will dance. So that is the sign where actually they are going into the trance state. Okay. And then acting, yeah, they have acting, they have dancing, yeah. It is a performing art. It is a performing art. So the role of bomo or shaman is a mediator or connector between the physical world and the metaphysical world. So this is because a shaman has his own strength. Yeah, like Prof. Aziz said just now, the Bobohisan is a shaman itself. And here they call it shaman or bomo in the Ngalai Berasik. Because and where he or she often has company or it's attached to the supernatural spirit that serves as an entity of the metaphysical world. So thus a shaman can communicate with the entities from the metaphysical world in the effort to heal diseases believed to have been caused by the spirit. Spirits, remember the hierarchy, the meron, and the ghost level. Okay. So this is you can see the photo there. They lead shaman, they prepare the offerings, you know. So Bajau Sama believe that the the supernatural creature who cures the patients indeed exists because during the process of healing, the shaman will communicate with the embo, and determine the way that the patient is to be healed and the things he must avoid throughout his healing period. So embo, as the term used by the Bajau Sama, is a supernatural creatures that helps the shaman in the Berasik healing. So they have also to provide offerings. So the offering, as you can see, and the photo, and the food, the panjaram, and the candles. So incense also used to fumigate the performance, to give the smell, to call upon the spiritual character to come down to earth and to heal the patient through the shaman body. So I call it embodiment. So penjelmaan, the penjelmaan or the embodiment of the spiritual character in the Berasik performance. So it means someone or something that represent a quality or an idea embodied, or embodiment may refer to psychology and physiology. So in the performance, the role of actor or performer in ritual performance often tries to whip out his or her personality. So the performer is often expected not to act the role of the god, spirit or mythological character, but rather to receive it in order to be able to serve as its embodiment. So meaning the performer, the actor become the character. So it's become the character because, you know, in the acting technique introduced by the Stanislavski, you have to be 50% as a performer and 50% as a character. But in the ritual performances, 100% become character because they have lost their consciousness. See? So this is the embodiment, and then I have to go fast, I think. Embodiment to heal Tula. The ritual. So it is divided into 3 days. Yeah, 3 days, divided into 3 days. The embodiment to foresee when why they do their ritual performances is to heal the patients. Yeah, so the purpose as the following: to foresee the diseases that might be suffered by the patient, first day, and to find the root cause of the diseases, the second day, and then to identify the type of spirit that disturbed the patient, is also in the second day, and then to recommend medicine that can cure the disease is in the third day. It's divided into 3 days. So I have to stay 3 days with the performer, 3 nights. Yeah? And then the last day is the kenduri, they call it kenduri, putus ubat, the putus ubat. Yeah. So before the performance starts, we'll start with the buka panggung. This is the performance structure. We call it the buka panggung. And then after the buka panggung, opening the hall, and then they will start the ritual. Yeah? And then the buka panggung here, you can see the buka panggung. The purpose is to steer clear from the disturbance of the evil, and the ceremony begins by burning off the incense while fumigating it throughout the whole area and also around the patient and reciting some mantra. See here you can see the shaman, the lead shaman here, that lead the ritual. And then this is the embodiment of Embo, spiritual character. So Embo, the third level. So Embo will embody the lead shaman. The lead shaman will close the whole head with the yellow cloth. You can see in the picture. So after the ceremony of buka panggung, shaman sitting in front of the offerings with the entire head covers, will recite the mantra in a form of singing, accompanied by kulintangan music. And then the song is actually mantra that calls upon the Embo. And then the Embo will embody the lead shamans. And then the lead shaman will start to dance. When it gets to the peak, it becomes increasingly fast and upbeat. So the music will be very fast. Yeah? And also when he dances, he starts to dance, and she will stand up, and she will hold the mayang pinang hanging at the center of the space. So the space is in the house itself. See? And then she also used the fan. The fan actually is to scan. Scan. It's a scan. It's a scan. So it's scan like this, a scan. Well, this is that. So they use the fan, the dance, and hang. And the mayang pinang is actually where the Embo comes through the mayang pinang and goes into the shaman's body. That is the code. If you don't hold to the mayang pinang, you cannot go up. You cannot get embodied by the Embo. So that is the procedure. And then we go to the second summon, the embodiment of Meron. So this is the second summon. The protege will be embodied by the Meron. Meron is the evil character. So the evil character, this is the second summon. So, and then the second summon also do the same thing. Hold the hanging mayang pinang, and then embodied by the Meron. And the Meron will communicate with the Embo. To tell what happened to the patient. Okay? And then embodiment of Magat or spiritual character. This is while the second shaman is still dancing and Ngalai, the conscious patient who was lying on the side of the musician is brought up by the shaman assistant or dayang-dayang to center of the space and joining the second shaman to dance. So the patient will be embodied by the Mangat. The Mangat. The hanging ghost. so disturbed by the hanging ghost, the mangat. So, and then he will do the same thing. He will do the Ngalai together with the second shaman and the lead shaman, accompanied by the kulintangan music. And then the tutup panggung. So this is the tutup panggung. So Embo will perform the tutup panggung ceremony by sitting in front of the offerings, reciting the mantra, cleaning the space, and keeping all the offerings and ritual equipment. After everything is done, the patient was informed about the condition that need to be done or made available for the implementation of the second night ritual by shaman. Because meaning that the offering will keep increase according to what the spiritual characters want for the second night. The basic offering is the same, but the second night, and then the shaman will ask the patient to provide kain sarung, because tomorrow, before we start doing the ritual performance, you have to be bathed by the shaman wearing the sarung, and then you have also to bring the chicken, red chicken, black chicken, the ayam itan, everything is according to what the spiritual characters ask the patient to provide through the shaman body. That is the ritual Ngalai Berasik. Briefly about the ritual Ngalai Berasik. So now I go to the second, the Kuda Kepang Mabuk. It is also a ritual performance as well, but this one is in Johor. So the fieldwork is done in 2013, but actually the research is done earlier than that in 2008. But I keep on going, second and third, and I think the last one, Prof. Azizi and I went together to Johor to do another research, because this research, you cannot get all the data only if you go once. You have to go many times, because when we deal with the performer or the informant, like what I would say, the traditional informant, they won't give you everything. You have to keep on contacting them, and you have to ambil dia macam saudara lah. Ambil dia macam saudara. It's not easy. Even when I go to Sabah, because Sabah, Dr. Zaimi, actually Dr. Zaimi is a Bajau. He's no better than me, but I'm doing research on the Ngalai Berasik. He didn't do the Ngalai Berasik because he's doing on the space and everything, the architecture. But he knows more than me. That is why I have to ask permission from him as well. Okay, is this correct? Is this correct? Is this correct? Because he is also one of my informants. So, but we do research together. Prof. Azizi, Dr. Zami, actually we do research together. But we look at from the different perspective. Yeah, we look at from the different. So this is the Kuda Kepang Mabuk Johor. So the Kuda Kepang Mabuk, the ritual which involved in the trance element can be regarded as a common phenomenon. Yeah. So this phenomenon can be seen in the ritual dance of Kuda Kepang Mabuk or hobby horse dance, found in Johor. So the term Kuda, which literally means horse, refers within the context of this ritual to the riding of a horse, whilst the term Kepang refers to the woven nature of the hobby horse. Okay, the dancer dance by riding this hobby horse, usually made from bamboo strips which are woven together. As they perform the dance, they act like they are riding and dancing on horses. When they enter into a state of variously termed as nightshade or becoming mabuk, literally becoming drunk, but not because of consuming alcohol. Drunk, which in ritual parlance means that they have entered into a state of trance. They would then commence to eat things which horses normally eat. So this is briefly about the Kuda Kepang Mabuk. But what I want to say here is that both ritual performances involve trance elements. Because later, why it's become a dying art? Because of that elements, the trance elements. I will talk about it later, so you have to go first. So this is actually the shaman of the Kuda Kepang, one of them, or three of them. There are a lot more in Johor. In the case of Johor, there are a lot of shamans of Kuda Kepang, but they work in silo. It is banned by the Mufti of Johor. It is banned by the Mufti of Johor, but they still perform, but in silo. In the small villages perform. These are some of the shamans in Batu Pahat, Johor. In Batu Pahat, Johor, the above is Wat Miskun, and then down is the Wat Naim. Okay, so the important thing is the bomo. So if the bomo or the performer fail to understand the names and existence of these invisible potent beings, so they cannot become the traditional healer or even the performers of Kuda Kepang Mabuk. So this is the important, so I will talk about the process how to become a shaman. The process how to become a shaman. So, because shaman will lead the performance. If there is no shaman, there will be no performance. Because the shaman is very important, yeah? And then also, I have to go fast, I think they call it Gambo. Gambo, the shaman is called Gambo in Kuda Kepang, Mabuk, Johor. And this is the process, yeah? The process to be able to communicate with the spiritual characters that will embody to the performer. Only the performer, not the shaman. In the case of Kuda Kepang Mabuk, the shaman will not be embodied by the spiritual character, and the shaman will never go into the trance. Because the task of the shaman is to control the performance and to heal, sort of to heal the performer to get back their consciousness. That is the role of shaman in Kuda Kepang Mabuk. It is different from the role of shaman in the Ngalai Berasik, because in the Ngalai Berasik, the shaman can heal herself to get back her consciousness. But in the Kuda Kepang Mabuk, the shaman will not get into the trance, will not get into the trance. So first they have to do the meditation. This is the process to become the shaman or performer. Both. Because before they become the shaman, they have to become a performer first. So to become a performer, you have to start with the samadhi or meditation, and then also the ngesti. The ngesti is the next stage. I call it initiation. It is like an initiation process. You start from zero and we get all the knowledge. And when you become the shaman, then you are very knowledgeable. You can control. You can control the performance. Actually, you can control the whole community, because they also become the bomo in the real life, in the community. So the community will go to them and ask them to help to cure their sicknesses or illnesses that they face. So ngesti is the state where they can communicate with the spiritual character. This is very important. And then after ngesti, and then we go to the, this is the similarities. The similarities between Kuda Kepang Mabuk and the Ngalai Berasik. So they are both derived from the ritual that relates with the procedure, as I said just now. And then the second element is the trance. Both ritual performances has these elements, the trance element. And the trance element is very important to make sure that the illnesses can be cured. To make sure, because they can communicate with the spiritual characters during the trance state. And then, like in the Kuda Kepang Mabuk, there are different, they call it ism in the Kuda Kepang Mabuk, in Johor they call it ism. And they have ism, they have monkey, macan putih, white tiger, eagle, helang, or dead body, mayat. But not all the groups have all those ism. Normally one group have one ism. Isms means you have actually like saka lah in the Malay society. You have the saka and you only have one saka. If the group have one saka, you can only heal the performer because you own the saka. Okay, if the performer has like monyet, and then the other shaman has the macan putih, this is the nak kacau lah. And then the macan putih campak into the monyet performer, so the shaman of the monyet group cannot cure the performer. So they have to ask from the other bomo who has the macan putih, okay, please help me. Macan putih. So this is the case in Johor. So they have a different ism or different spirit character owned by the shaman and their group. But in the Ngalai Berasik, they have ember, merah, and ghost. Only it's the same. But there is only one in Kota Marudu. There is only one left in Kota Marudu, so we have only this. Okay, and then the function is to heal, like faith healing and communal healing. But faith healing when you believe in something and it will be cured, and it will be cured. Communal healing means the patient and the whole community get involved to do the performance or to do the rituals, and then you will heal the whole community. So still it's get back to the belief, like faith healing. You believe in something, it can be cured, it can be cured. And then both are actually a performing art, so they have performer, music, song, dance, acting, character, and paraphernalia, the offering. So both KKM and the Ngalai Berasik are the same. Yeah? So this is the importance of shaman. Who is shaman? Shaman is the highest priestess of the community, as Prof. Aziz mentioned just now. And she is also the spiritual consultant, and she is also the medium between the netherworld and the physical world. And she is also the ceremonial consultant, so the consult there, the shaman. And she is also the practitioner of ancient healing tradition in an evolving society. Yeah, and she is also the bridge between the past and the current. And she is the reason for the survival of local knowledge among the community. And then the role of shaman in the community, enforcement of the customary law and adat, consultant of ceremonial ritual, and reminder of cultural and social boundaries within the society, and the strengths, the traditions by practicing within her community, and she or he helps restore the balance and order between the spirit world and also the netherworld, and also the traditional healer, and also a herbalist who is expert in plants and herbal remedy. And this is the intangible heritage everyone knows. I think I just took it from the UNESCO. So both are intangible cultural heritage. Yeah? And sustainability, how do we sustain these are the challenges here. The social change in the community, we don't believe anymore in the traditional medicine because we go to see the doctor to get the modern medicine. And embracement of Islam and Christianity, this is the case in Johor as well as in Sabah, because the Islam and Christian believe that trans elements is khurafat. So that is why you cannot do this, because it is khurafat. So either Islam or Christian believe in the same concept. Yeah? And then modern education, they don't want to learn to do ritual Ngalai Berasik anymore, to do this for 3 days. I go and see the doctor, I can get within 5 minutes, okay, this is the result. So that is no longer significant to the now context, yeah. And then also the modern medicine and no undertakers, they are not interested anymore to learn. And then in the case of Kuda, Kepang, Mabuk, Johor, you have to go the meditation, the ngesti. What is this? It's not significant. I want to go to the disco. I want to go to the cinema. So that is no longer significant in the now context. And too old to carry. This is for the the shaman age woman, yeah, age people. No, they cannot. They are too old. And also when they want to transfer the saka to the young generation, they refuse to accept it. Because this saka, you have to have an akad. Yes, I accept, then only they can go. And in the case of Sabah, like Bobo Hizan just now, like Prof. Azizi, go only for the women. Beautiful. They have the characteristics to become the shaman. They're not just simply, oh, you can become, no. If you want to become the shaman, you cannot become the shaman. You are chosen. To become the shaman is chosen by the spiritual characters, they believe. Yes? And then, what can be done, recognition at national and state level, and what Petronas is doing right now is a very good example to promote, the dying art, intangible performing arts. And then, not just for the ritual professors or for healing, we have to reinvent. Like what we do with the Mak Yong, reinvent. But Mak Yong reinvented by the palace, the court. But now the function of the court is no longer to reinvent the performing arts. So it's the task of us. The higher institution and the Petronas, the private sector, government sector. So it is our task. And also, research and documentation, effort taken by the higher institution to record the ritual performance, and effort to write it, translate and publish must be considered too. So with that, thank you very much.